Hi, my name is Joe Shannon. My law firm, Shannon Law Group, helps out folks that have been injured due to vaccinations. We do this for folks throughout the United States through the U.S. Court of Claims. You see, there's members of my firm that are members of the bar of the U.S. Court of Claims, and so we can represent people at the U.S. Court of Claims that are all throughout the 50 states. In fact, we do represent people in over 40 states in the United States. We help them out financially by making sure that we cover the costs of initial filing, and you'll never get a bill from us. What happens in the U.S. Court of Claims is, instead of you paying the fees, the U.S. Court of Claims awards fees based upon our work on our hourly rate. So you'll never pay the costs, you'll never pay the fees. The question that you need to ask is, why would I even choose a lawyer or Shannon Law Group to represent me in a vaccine injury claim? That's a really good question. I mean, listen, you tried to do the right thing. You got a vaccine. You were unlucky in that you had a rare side effect which caused a permanent injury or serious injury which won't go away. Either it's a shoulder injury related to the administration, Guillain-Barré syndrome, brachial neuritis. All these things are a really bad hand to be dealt. So what are you supposed to do? Well, the Congress set up a fund for you. This is for you, and it's paid for by the pharmaceutical companies. You see, every shot has a 75-cent tab associated with it that goes into a fund to compensate you. And there's a couple of different ways you can go. Sure, you can represent yourself, and it's called being represented pro se, which means you do it by yourself. And the problem with this is that you are not in the litigation business, and we are. We handle litigation cases all the time. In fact, I've been doing that for over 30 years, and my law firm has been doing it for over a decade. So the important thing is to figure out what path you're going to take. Are you going to be represented or not? Well, here, let me give you some benefits of being represented. First of all, we will front the costs. There's a filing fee, and there's costs for you to get your medical records, for experts, that type of thing. And so we basically front those costs. We've been doing that for our clients for years. We do this so that it's a keys to the courtroom for folks. We make sure that the reason why you're filing, if you're not filing, it's not because you can't afford it. We are the keys to the courthouse for you. Secondly, you will never pay us a fee. You'll never get a bill from us. You see, the fund is the one that pays our legal fees and the costs and reimburse the costs. We get paid on an hourly rate. We don't get paid a percentage of what you recover. You get the same compensation whether you're represented or not. The only problem is, if you're represented by yourself, you may not know the right turns to take in the case. And the Department of Justice is on our side, and that's all they do is represent these type of cases. So you pay nothing more to have an advocate. So I recommend that you do hire a lawyer to represent you in these types of cases. So I went through the different reasons for you to hire a lawyer. Number one, we cover the costs. Number two, you don't pay us any fee. The pharmaceutical companies pay our fee through the fund. Thirdly, we have a client-first approach, meaning we keep you in the loop of what's going on. You are our partner in this litigation. We walk hand in hand with you to make sure that we get the complaint filed, that we get all the medical records, the bills, any expert reports, affidavits, etc., to make sure that your complaint, your petition, is properly filed and put together. Then we push the case to a hearing, which means you get closer to compensation. You see, in my experience, cases don't get resolved until you come to the end where there is a hearing set. And that's where folks either decide to have a settlement, which happens 80% of the time, or the 20% of time that goes to a hearing. And you want to have an advocate or a lawyer with you at the hearing because we know the rules and you probably don't. And it's a big learning curve for that. So we are accessible. Our job, we are in the people business. Our job is to communicate with you as to what's happening with your claim. So we have a rule here. If you contact us, we have to contact you within 24 hours. Typically it's less than that because we want to make sure that we're responsive to you But also, we will anticipate your needs and make sure you're notified of any big events that are coming up. So you won't have to call us all the time. Hopefully, we're contacting you. If you or a family member or a loved one have been injured due to a vaccine, feel free to contact us directly. Our telephone number is 312-578-9501. That's 312-578-9501. We have folks that are ready to talk to you about the situation and let you know whether your case satisfies all the rules with respect to the VICP, and make sure that if you do have a case, that your petition is filed and that you can recover a settlement that is reasonable for you.